All right, guys,
Fantastic.
welcome to the Thursday production training here. And guys, today we have a very special guest, one of our very own. And this man we met about 2 years ago. And, I got a call from Francis, which, I had met years ago at Hapa Izakaya. And we became friends there. And, she said she was moving back to Vancouver. And she's like, you know what? I want my husband to talk to you. And I was like, who is this guy? Right. And then we met on FaceTime with Axel or on Zoom with Axel. And we are like, oh, we like love this guy's energy. And he loved our energy. And, he came back. Gosh, it was a journey, wasn't it? And he was selling real estate in Toronto from here for a long, long time. And BCA FSA,
Yeah.
we don't want to talk about it because it's
PTSD.
PTSD. It took what almost what year and how long?
A year and like 2 months.
Year and 2 months.
And 12 hours.
And 12 hours. Okay.
I have to clock them right here.
To get his
Engraved.
BCFSA license approved, and he works full time as a fitness trainer. Okay, and he works full time in real estate. And while he's doing full time in fitness, he does one deal a month. So for all of you guys who are part-time right now, this might be able to inspire you to take more action. So let's find out really who the man, the myth, the legend is. Mr. David Kim McKinnon. Welcome.
That's a lot of hype.
It's no hype. It's no hype. Everybody has a story, and I want you to start from the very beginning because I know, I see him half naked about once a month, and we go to cold plunge and sauna together. So we're like buddies, okay? So he tells me about his childhood, and I think it applies to who he is today. So let's find out a little bit from the beginning.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's dig deep on that. Who are you?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is David Kim McKinnon, if you guys don't know me. Born and raised in Toronto. I moved here in November of 2024. And it was a big transition for me. I've never lived anywhere outside of Toronto in my whole life. So it was quite a big transition. I moved here for my family. I left a lot behind, but it was more about what was the most important to me, family or money. Obviously, I know money will come wherever, as long as you're hardworking. But for me, it was all about family. That's what made me transition here. How far do you want me to go back?
Well,
you gotta give me a timeline.
Mom and dad.
I was mom and dad. Oh, I'm gonna tap into the roots. Well, single mom, so no dad. Dad was out the picture very, very early. Like I don't even remember him really.
Wow.
And I found out that he passed away. Maybe about 5 years back.
Wow.
And I did visit him in the hospital, and I said, my last words to him, but it didn't really impact me that much his passing because we weren't really close.
Right.
So I grew up single mom. My mom was working like 3 jobs, so I didn't really see her much. I kind of was forced to raise myself from a very young age.
And sister?
Yeah. So my mom remarried maybe like 15 years later after she had me.
Okay.
And then I have 2 half sisters.
2 half sisters.
Which I'm very close with, and like a father figure / big bro.
Right. How much older are you?
Well, like 15 years.
15 years older.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're babies.
Yeah. My mom had me when she was super young.
Okay.
Like, yeah, super young.
Wow. Okay, so she remarried, and you have 2 half sisters who are very young. So you're basically the second dad.
Yeah.
So you had to grow up at a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
And so when did you start getting your first job?
My first job?
Yeah. What age?
14 years old.
14 years old.
Yeah, I remember this specifically.
Wow, what was it?
I've done so many jobs.
Really?
I've done every single type of job you could imagine, to be honest. But my very first job, I was working, obviously I wasn't of age, so I was working under the table for a flea market in Etobicoke. And it was $50.
Sorry, I have Nisha saying that he can hear John, but she can hear John, but not the guest.
Hello?
I can hear.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Hello?
Can I get a thumbs up for the ones that are hearing David right now?
Is it on?
All right, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it is on.
Nice,
So
yeah.
Nisha, I think that's yours. If you want to log out and log back in, please. Thank you.
Wanna
Appreciate it.
right there?
Go on,
Yeah,
Jay. Go on, David.
So I was getting paid $50 a day for like 12-hour days,
Wow.
and literally just doing random errands in the flea market, whatever the owner asked me to do. And at the end of the day, I remember I was always jumping in the garbage because he couldn't afford a bigger dumpster.
Wow.
So I was compressing the garbage at the end of the day.
Compressing the garbage.
Yeah, that was fun.
So would you
I
say
can't
that
believe I'm
you?
talking about this right now.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I
this-
mean,
this
we're
is,
digging deep on this. We want to find out who you are and why you work so hard. Would you say single mom, remarried, and did you have it pretty tough, like financially?
Oh, very, very. I had like next to like little to zero extra income,
Wow.
disposable income from my mom. So
Yeah.
I had to provide for myself and for the family.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was working nonstop, full time, even when I was in school.
Even when you're in school, so you would go to school in the morning, in the afternoon, and go to work after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. Did
And
you finish
also-
high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to university too.
You did.
Mhm.
You funded yourself through university.
Mhm.
What'd you do in university?
I have a criminal justice degree and I have a nursing degree.
A nursing degree?
Uh,
Could you imagine him as a nurse? I don't know if I want him on my deathbed. Like, bro, give me
Why?
the IV, bro.
I'm very
Just
passionate
kidding.
and
Just kidding.
caring.
Yeah, yeah, you are. So what I'm trying to get at is like, because of his upbringing, that I think that led to his work ethic today. Because when I was in debt, $80,000 in 2008, the only thing on my mind was, I never want to feel broke again. Is that what you say to yourself all the time?
Oh, I was broke
Yeah,
many times.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, yeah, I gotta get out of this.
Got to get out
It's
of
a
this,
horrible
right?
feeling. Yeah, it's very stressful. So
Yeah, yeah. So let's turn that, to the present now. How do you turn that anxiety to produce results?
well, I've always had like this perseverance mentality and faced with a lot of adversity when I was young. I shifted my mindset. I was like, I'm gonna turn, positivity from a negative situation. So always look at everything like, what can this teach me?
Right.
This is a blessing. How am I gonna adjust? How am I gonna get better from this situation? So I've learned through many curveballs thrown at my way to look at everything like, okay, this is happening. Okay, how do I make this situation better? How do I make this situation better? How do I grow from this situation? Always.
How are you able to do that? Because I think most agents and most people in general, I think they get into inaction when they feel anxious, when they feel desperate, when they feel apathetic.
Mhm.
But you decided to tell yourself a different story. So I'm sure there are times where you're like, you know what, I'm depressed and I don't feel like taking action. What do you also have those times?
Depressed when I don't take action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
As soon as you stop. I mean, I
No,
compare.
I mean, like, what, you don't take action because you're depressed.
Oh. No.
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 That's
Because
what I'm talking about.
I believe you're
Yeah.
depressed because you don't take action.
Ooh.
So as soon as you
How about
stop,
that?
that's when you're in your thoughts. That's when you start thinking. That's when you overthink, and that's what leads to that kind of negative way of thinking. So don't stop.
Don't stop.
Just fucking keep.
Just keep going, because I'm too busy to worry. I'm too busy to feel anxious. I am too busy talking to people that I don't have time to worry about my bank account. I'm sure you're the same way.
It
Right.
goes back to what you said earlier. Actually, you're like, when you're too exhausted, when you're too tired, at the end of the day, you just knock out. Right? It's the same thing. It's when you're physically exhausted and you sit down and you actually like take a rest. That's when it all hits you. And you're so exhausted and you're just like, whoa, I didn't know I was so tired until right now. I'm sitting down or I'm laying down. Now I'm exhausted. Right? It's the same thing mentally.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, and all those jobs, when did you start doing the fitness training thing?
Fitness was like the last resort for me.
Oh, okay. Tell me more about your first resort.
Many curveballs.
Many curveballs. Yeah.
criminal
was your first
justice,
thing?
working in the
Criminal
courts,
justice, nursing?
working in the hospital.
Okay.
That and like those things didn't work out for me. When I was working in the courts, it was just way too negative.
Wow.
Criminal justice system is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
And everybody's just so negative.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just around a bunch of like negative Nancy's, people who
Right.
hate their lives, corporate. It wasn't like my thing. And I was like, okay, next. And then I heard there's like opportunity for male nurses. They're like, oh, there's no male nurses. So I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. I'm always jumping into opportunity.
Yeah.
And then I went into nursing, and I specialize in geriatric care, people with Alzheimer's, people with dementia, and that was super depressing as well.
Yeah.
And shift work wasn't sitting well with my body. I wasn't taking care of myself as much as I used to.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is like depressing. I'm not taking care of myself. This is not for me. And then my ex-girlfriend at the time, she was like, she gave me an ultimatum. She's like, you know, do something you love or I'm leaving you.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, fucking fitness. I enjoy working out and, you know, working out with my buddies. So let's make something out of this, right?
Yeah.
So I started my first job at Equinox in Toronto. I opened Equinox in Yorkville. And then for like 10, 12 years, I was doing fitness.
10, 12 years?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're a veteran in that space.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
That's why I took it up here, because I'm like, okay, this is like super easy for me.
Second nature for you.
Yeah, it's like real estate for you.
Yeah,
right? It's like me, fitness. It's a great way for me to network. Meet people through fitness. I've met multiple people, like so many people through those jobs here in Vancouver. So it's been a blessing.
It's a good way to network for sure. So 10 to 12 years in fitness, and then you moved over here. When did you start real estate in Toronto?
During COVID.
During COVID, okay.
Yeah, during COVID, everybody was indoors and locked up, as you guys know. And then I was like, I'm definitely leaving here with some kind of new skill.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not just gonna be locked up and like not do anything, right? So I was doing the fitness, doing the whole online thing. And then I bought my first townhouse because I wasn't going out, I was spending money, I was just saving money, and I was like, oh, sick. And then I bought my first townhouse.
For you.
And then I was like, you know what, let's actually a buddy of mine was like, let's do real estate together. I was like, all right. And then he didn't do it. And then I did it. And I'm like, you know, I'm actually gonna go through with this. And then I became an agent in 2023, not too long ago, actually. It seems like just yesterday. And then
2023.
Yeah, super recent.
Super recent, yeah. So that's only about almost 3 years ago now, and you're doing a deal a month. So how did you balance between doing the fitness thing and full time and going into real estate full time? Like, what was your schedule like?
Don't forget the baby.
Oh fuck, that's right. You had a baby.
I had a baby
in 23.
Yeah. So I lost a lot of hair.
You did? You still full head of hair.
I lost a lot of hair, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I had crop circles in my head.
Alopecia. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Actually.
Yeah,
I was super. I didn't know. I internalized it, like as a man.
Yeah.
Internalized all this shit, but I had crop circles in my head.
Wow.
And I was like, am I stressed?
No shit.
I was super stressed.
Yeah.
So I was doing full-time fitness, full-time real estate, and then coming back home and then trying to juggle the family, husband life, and then yeah, it was a lot. But
and it was all on you.
That's why I moved here.
Because you have support here.
Less stress here.
Less stress.
Less
here.
stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about the tough life, like having a baby.
Yeah.
Taking care of Frances. Well, Frances had her own career too, but obviously you're the breadwinner. Okay. So you had to work 2 jobs just to make the family work. So tell me about your schedule then.
Fitness, very morning.
Okay.
Until about 2.
Okay.
3. And then after that, showings in the evenings and like real estate rest of the evening, and then I come home for dinner.
Okay, so that's a 12-hour easy, 12-hour day.
Probably more than that.
Yeah. So you did kind of your prospecting during fitness, that thing.
Yeah, in Toronto, fortunately I didn't have to prospect too much.
Okay.
Because of my many walks of life.
Yeah. You have a database, so to speak. Okay. Now, when you talk to your friends and your family and people that you come across, what do you say to let them know that you're a real estate agent, small business? What do you say? What's your script?
What's my script? When you're looking to buy or sell.
That's it. Well, is that it? Is that simple? When are you looking to buy? That's it?
I'm not really like a script kind of guy.
Yeah.
I don't really like. I mean, I want to get better at the scripts. Don't get me wrong. I still want to jump on the role plays as much as I can and get the scripts down pat, but mostly I just connect with people. And then I just talk to them. I find out like, you know, how their day is, how their life is, catch up, right? Catch up. And then obviously, by the way, obviously, you know, I'm a realtor.
Yeah.
So do you know anybody?
Yeah.
Are you looking? What's going on?
What's going on? Axel, did you want to say something about that?
No, this is it. You know, sometimes we make things too difficult and we take it too
Yes.
hard on ourselves. It's just too simple. Have a simple conversation with people. And just what he's doing right now. I'm loving that. And I want to tell everybody about David's character a little bit in here. So John Touchpoint said, for the ones that just joined us, I remember the first conversation we had over virtually with David. It was over a call or a Zoom. I can't recall at that point. But
FaceTime.
FaceTime, yes. And I remember I thought John knew David for years and years. And I just tried to fit into that conversation in a way that, okay, if he's John's friend, then I'm gonna be his friend forever. And his personality on that call, it was like he knew us, he was super easy with us. And the conversation we had was just, oh my God, I know this guy. He's not a stranger. This is David. Okay. And it continued. This is a character that can go a long way. That's what people want. Somebody that they can be friends with, somebody that they can trust. And that's who he is. So congratulations for being who you are, David. I'm loving you.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think like John Maxwell said, in business, John Maxwell always say, my name is John and I am your friend. So David is like that, right? So we have, as agents, have a lot of trouble asking for business. I don't think you do.
No.
Why do you, that comes to me the word ego, because we don't, I heard of this new term lately, looks maxing. Looks maxing, meaning you want to look as good as possible. But we should be failing maxing, looking bad maxing, because when you fail max and you look bad max, you can earn a lot of business. You don't have a problem with looking bad or cringe on social media, and therefore you get business. Tell us more about that.
I think it's because of the adversity that I've had growing up. Like I failed a lot. I failed a lot and I got back up. Failed a lot, I got back up. And then I just don't really care anymore how many times I failed.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like the BCFSA thing, it didn't really phase me. Obviously, it was annoying.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is just another thing.
I know a lot of people would have just said, you know what, fuck this, and just walked away.
Yeah, and my messages with you guys, I'm like, should I become a plumber?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
So BCFA wants me to do?
Let's not talk about the pole dancer.
Yeah.
Oh,
You had that as a backup too.
But shit, man, like how do you get back up every single time? What keeps you going?
Oh, my family, my wife. What are you doing this for? What'd you come here for? Why am I here?
Why are you here?
Why am I here in BC? I don't know. Nobody here in BC. But yeah, why? Yeah, that just keeps you going. Like, you do it for
Your why.
You do it for your why.
What is your why? Really? And Axel, you and I just did a YouTube video on your 5 W's in real estate. And the first one is, why are you doing this? Why are you even here anyways? If you're not making calls, why? If you are making calls, why? Like, why are you getting up every single day? Think about that. For him, it's his family, right? For him, if you think about his upbringing, he has no fallback. He has nothing, right? But your family, your in-laws are rich, so good for you.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. When we met in Toronto, I was the guy, and I'm just like, you know.
Yeah.
When I came over here, I'm like, oh, not a big house. Wow.
You know, you live right in front of my client, actually.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're at 3090 Plateau.
Yeah, we're like right across the street.
Exactly.
So exactly.
And so okay, enough of that. But you came over here knowing nobody. How did you get your first 2 deals? Family. Okay.
Family.
Whose family?
Francis family.
Francis family. Okay. COI. So if you don't have family, marry into a family.
Well, that's how it starts. It starts with friends and
Yeah.
family, even if you're not in that area. That's right. Yeah.
But sometimes we even have problems asking business from family. How did you get that from family?
Oh, it was no problem. Like, I was digging.
You were digging,
I
right?
was
What
digging.
did you? Who did you talk to in the family?
Father.
Father. Wow, you
Because
talked to your father-in-law to ask for business?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Wow.
I would have never
That's
dared.
something.
Yeah, I would have never dared.
Yeah.
You have no shame. Hey guys, wait, hang on.
No, but like if you're dealing with people who love you and trust you,
Mhm.
you have their best interests in mind.
Ah.
You're not gonna let them down. If you do everything you can not to let them down.
That's the mindset when servicing friends and family. You can't let them
That's
down
it.
because you love them and care for them, okay?
Yeah. They should trust
That's
you
it.
more because the next person who has no relationship to them is not gonna fight as hard because they don't have that relationship with them. Because you do, you want to defend that relationship. You want to nurture it and make sure that
You want to work even
fuck
harder.
it up.
That's the mindset to work with your friends and family. And if you actually ask your friends and family for business and they turn you away, they don't think you're valuable, let me ask you a question. Why in the world would you want to do business with somebody who does not value you? Think about that. Think about that for yourself. But you do have to talk to enough people to find out who's not going to value you and who's going to value you. Do people who do not do people do business with people who want to do business with you.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to find those people who want to do business with you is you got to talk to enough people, and you talk to enough people, and you'll talk to anybody on the street.
Yeah.
Right.
I still have these street microphones. Remember we were gonna do street interviews, Esther?
Yeah.
I have these 2 microphones, like street interview style, that I've never used.
Do it.
This summer.
Do it.
This spring.
You gotta do it.
So I want to get into that. So he brought it up right now himself, and I was waiting for him to bring this up because one of the point of him being on and in front of people is his talent in front of camera, and that's uncanny. Let's be real. All of us, we should learn from this to be. I'm not going to say careless, but to not to care about what people think of us in front of camera, and that's exactly what David's mentality is. David, I really want you to give us some pointers on this because this was your start point. You turned into camera and started being loud about it. Give us the whole thing.
Repetition. Repetition. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Just like everything, right? When COVID hit, that was like anybody who was in fitness, if you went online, you had to change with the times, right? If you went online, you thrived. If you didn't, you just were left behind, left in the dust, right? Because how are you going to train if you can't train people in person, right? It was all Zoom, it was all online, right? So the gym that I was working with, it was called Sweat and Tonic. They kept the gym open, but just for the trainers to go in, they had a camera in front, and they're like, "Go teach classes."
Wow.
No one was there. No one's in the room. So I'm just there in front of the camera, and I'm like, "Okay, guys, you got 1 more minute. Let's go." But it's like dead silence.
Oh.
Like, there's no one in there.
Yeah.
Nobody. And I'm like, "You guys are doing amazing." But there's nobody there. So I did thousands of those.
Repetition.
It was fucking,
There you go.
it got so like just natural for me to talk to nobody in front of the camera. Then I go back to just like sports, I'm comparing it to sports. You watch the replay. Oh, okay, I look like that. Okay, I'm gonna tweak it here. I'm gonna tweak it. Always watching replays of yourself. And then, I'm gonna do this differently next time. I'm gonna do this differently next time.
Oh.
Yeah.
So repetition is the mother of all skill, and repetition along the way, tweaking to see what works is how you get to be successful. And you got that down for content. And you don't mind being cringy.
No.
Yeah.
But that's my personality.
No. But here's the thing. I saw a reel with Mel Robbins yesterday, and she's like, you are already rejecting yourself before anybody else rejects you online. And guess what? Because you're not posting. you're like, this is too cringe. You already reject yourself. And you're like, I don't want to be cringy online. But guess what? People are already judging you, even if you think you look the best. So why not go out there and be as cringy as possible? Just be you, and you can attract your tribe. Is that fair? All right, good. So
can I offer a suggestion for anybody who's having trouble with content and just struggling with the whole camera issue? My like go-to with someone who's like a little camera shy, just set up the camera, have a Q&A with them, and the camera is just pointed at you. It's subtle, it's not direct, and then you could just go off the top and be very natural in front of the camera, but you're not looking at the camera ever. And the other person's off camera, obviously, it's only you're the center of focus, and then just go off Q&A, boom, boom, boom. That's really easy to digest as an audience as well, right? It's not so in your face, you're not being salesy, you're not talking to the person. It's just very natural, and that way you build your confidence too.
Yeah, document, not create. So great job on that. Hey, I want to say amazing job on everything, and I believe you can actually do 2 a month. I'm challenging you to do at least 2 a month. I think you can. You already did 2, right? Yes. Yeah. So you can do that every single month. Yes.
Well, let us say this as well, because he was just talking about losing his hair back in at the time that his first child was born. His second one is coming, so I don't want you to lose your hair anymore. So hey, your second one's coming. That means that you have a plan, and you're in a way more relaxed environment now. So I'm expecting 2. That's it. You got 2, man. You got 2 in a month. It's written.
All right. Now I want to open it up for everyone to ask any questions about his journey and how he's generating business in a completely new city. Go ahead. Anybody on Zoom or here live with us?
David, who do you have your YouTube? Who's your YouTube team?
As
right here, this guy right here.
Oh, snap. Okay.
On the camera.
You mind sharing how much your budget is and how you allocated for it?
Chaz, that's confidential information, Teddy. I can't really tell you. You're gonna have to talk to Chaz.
Yeah. We'll send you the contact, Teddy.
I'm on an OG monthly retainer.
OG.
So one thing to say that, and that was a great question from Teddy coming in, to allocate a budget. No matter what that budget is, that budget, and I hate the word budget, that's an investment into yourself, because you're doing it to get a result. You're not doing it as a hobby. If it was a hobby and you were a millionaire, go for it. If you want to assign a certain amount of money and invest it for yourself, you should expect a result coming out of it. And I know, and I actually called and I had a chat with David, and I told him, if you do this for 6 months to 8 months consecutively, consistently, I'm going to change my name to Nancy for Friday Out if you don't get a result out of it. So, hey, is my name going to get changed to Nancy? I don't know, and I'm very certain it's not going to, because he's going to make it. I guarantee you that. So just to let you know, Teddy, yeah. And so Teddy, to respond to you, no matter what that allocation of money is, buddy, start investing it today. But have a plan of being consistent and get it done. That's the response. But David, I have a follow-up question to that. So is this the only channel that you have assigned for yourself in terms of prospecting and attracting people coming to you, or are you working in other prospecting channels at the same time?
Are you talking about YouTube?
No, I'm talking about real estate in general. So for attracting and prospecting, what do you do on a day-to-day basis right now?
I'm not attracting, I'm not talking to anybody out of my sphere. I'm really just knocking down my sphere. Because I'm really banking on the relationships that I have or have made while I was here in Vancouver.
Okay.
So I'm not it's not like I'm. If I'm generating new leads, it's in person.
So open houses.
Open houses on weekends. I'm trying to crush the open houses, but also at the gyms or just
That's amazing. So,
Walking outside.
guys, nothing outside of his sphere he's tapping into, and he's doing deals. Okay, what do you know? What do you know? Just talk to people, you can get deals. Eric Young, go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, David? Good to meet you. Been watching your videos. You're a hilarious guy there. Two questions for you. First off, when you moved into a new city and you were speaking of sphere of influence, since you moved to a new city, I'm assuming you don't know anybody. Who do you put into your social sphere?
Well, family first, and then little extensions of like my family friends that I would meet. I do have a couple cousins that live close by me, so I would go to their house quite often and talk to their family and their extended family, and just like literally like my first year here, the whole year was focused on building connections with as many people as possible. Especially
Very
because I didn't have my
organic.
license, so that's all I could do.
Yeah.
Right? So I was just building connections, meeting people, going out, just very intentional
Right.
with my networking.
Backstory on
And
Eric. He moved from Florida to Vegas. That's why he's asking this question. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, cool.
yeah. So how long did it take you to actually see these results coming in, like referrals coming in and started
Right
doing
now.
business?
Right now. Well, I just got my license, like as you know.
Yeah, but you had business even
Oh,
last
okay,
year.
gotcha.
Yeah, that's all family. It's family.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, just like it's starting to roll in now.
Starting to really
Yeah.
roll in, but it took at least 6 months
Mhm.
for you to get the first listing and the first buyer. Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Eric,
Okay,
does that help?
yes, that does. So my follow-up question is for anybody that's doing media, you know how people are just different in front of camera and then they're different outside of camera. How do you merge those two together?
Don't be different on camera. Be authentic, because you want them to see who you really are. So that way it's not different in person. They know who they're dealing with. I had a YouTube lead from one of my property tours in Toronto, and the guy, it was like 15-minute long video. He watched it like 4 times, and he called me and we had like a half an hour conversation. And he's like, first of all, like I definitely want that penthouse suite that you were posting. And he's like, it was like such a qualified lead because he's like, I went through the whole floor plan, I went through everything, I absolutely love the unit. And then he also said that because I watched it for 15 minutes 4 times, he's like, I feel like I know you. This conversation feels so genuine. I feel like I know you already because I laughed at your jokes, like you talked about your family, this, that, yada, yada. And he's like, I feel like I know you because I was genuine on camera. And that's what he felt. And that's why I encourage to you. So don't be different.
We hope he just watched the videos. Just kidding. Eric, does that help?
Yeah,
good.
thank you so much. Yeah.
Perfect. So guys, short form, he's big on TikTok and Instagram, but he also does long form. Because people see you on the short form, they're like, okay, I want to take a deep dive with this guy. If you don't have a YouTube channel, they can't find you anywhere. Okay? Abaraj, go ahead. Oh,
Abraj, you're still on mute.
Sorry about that. Hi, David. Good to see you, and pleased to hear your story as well. Quick question. Your content is absolutely creative. How do you come to those ideas? Is it naturally, or you're using some help from ChatGPT to get those ideas?
What I do is I just recycle other people's shit.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I just recycle other people's stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
all this stuff is like trends and stuff that's going on. I don't want to put too much time, like thought process behind this, but I do have a creative element that changes the video slightly and make it like my own, right? That's social media nowadays. You hop on the trend. What's trending? Because that'll get more views, right? You hop on the trend, tweak it. Hop on the trend, tweak it. But like the property tours are stuff that I that's where the creative juices start flowing in, and I make that my own. Yeah. But all this stuff is, I feel like the short form is all funneling the long form. Now that's what I'm treating it as, right? It's just coming to the door, open the door for people.
we need to say that again. The short form funnels people into your long form. But here, if you don't have long form, you lose that prospect. Make sense, guys?
Yep.
That's a bar right there.
Just a quick reply to Eric Young's question, because that was a tremendous question of how can you be in front of camera and be still the same person? And a trick that I learned from my father, he used to be an actor a long time ago. And I'm not good in front of camera. I'm still very shy, to be honest with you. I'm not an actor, goddammit. But when he said, in order for me to be myself, when I'm looking at the lens of the camera, call it your best friend. So imagine that lens of a camera is David. I'm comfortable with David. I talk to David the way I am. So every time David calls me on the phone, when I answer my call with him, I'm not going to change my voice. I'm not going to change who I am with him. So I'm going to call my camera lens David. And I'm looking at David when I'm talking to people now. So that will be something that can help you, Eric.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, Frank? Go ahead.
Yeah, well, David, I'm a big fan of your, social media. I follow you, and you are doing great marketing work. Congratulations. My question to you is that how do you prove to even like your prospect or clients you are great product? Because marketing wise, very attractive, but I don't know your track record. You are new to the industry. How do you how do you show you are a great product for them?
If they work with you.
Yeah, but it takes time, right? How do you get their confidence before they will start working?
Let me answer that. And that's to defend David right there. So what David's plan is, and I know he's thinking of that right now, one thing that he said, he's himself, and he's not changing that in front of camera, Frank. So that means that he's already building a relationship with the person that's going to be connecting with him. So he has nothing to prove anymore. Similar to the example that he made, that the person watched this video 4 times and they already know him, he doesn't have to prove it anymore. He is the product that they selected already. And that's one thing that's going to answer your question.
I think the next step would be if someone really is interested in hiring me to help them, is to ask me questions, and then I would answer the questions, and then I would help them by helping them with whatever they need for their specific problem, right? So I think that would be the next step in improving. So the social media is that doorway. They come in and they ask questions, and that's how I prove myself.
Yeah, so I want to further to that. You have to create content, guys, Frank, to answer your prospects' questions in a high level. If you answer their questions even before they reach out to you, they're like, this guy knows the shit. So it's value, 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 answering questions and explaining everything that you do so well that when they book a call with you, they're ready to work with you. I mean, we've Axel and I have been at it for about a month and a half on YouTube, and people are reaching out to us, and 100% of the time, they're like, I want to work with you. I've already seen your YouTube, and you're hilarious on Instagram. Hilarious on Instagram don't do shit for you, but when they want to take a deep dive with you on YouTube, holy, this guy knows his shit. And then further to that, posts are just listed, just sold. You have some validity there. And in your conversation, I'm not sure if you're aware, our team sold 321 homes last year for $308 million in sales volume. Do you believe that there's a difference between a realtor that sells 1.5 homes a year versus a realtor that sells 321? Let's go ahead and sign the contract. All right. Any other questions for David? Go ahead, Nitish.
So for those who don't know, I'm actually a fan of David. I've been following his stories and his videos, and it's very entertaining and very inspiring. It's something I aspire to be. They're not emulating 100%. I don't think I'd be able to balance myself on a kitchen island the way he does. I started on the couch, it didn't work. But I just reached out to David, I think a couple of weeks ago, at the beginning of January. I said, bro, you take care of your health in the fitness. I respect that. It's something that I've been wanting to incorporate in my life. And he just said, you know what, man, go to the gym in the morning. I want you to take a video and tag me in. And it got my ass up at 5 in the morning.
Wow.
I haven't been able to do that for the past week or so, but I go in the evenings. But I actually got back into the gym because of that. So my folks, thank you. I know his parents. I thought he was like out of high school, 18, 19, all that energy. I'm like, he has a kid. He should be miserable, but he's happy. He's cheerful and shit.
I love it. All right. Any other questions? Last one for David.
Just a commentary on what Abhiraj brought in. And that was a great thing for us all that we are seeing the issues with content creation is what topic I need to put out. And that is, you don't need to be funny. You don't need to do something extraordinary. Just be absolutely yourself. And now more than ever, and I've been saying that for the past many years that John knows me and the Align Group knows me. If you don't know your target audience, then that's where you're lost. If you know exactly who you're targeting and you know who you're talking to, remember the camera lens? If you know that target audience, you know who they are, then you know what their questions are and what they require from you. Just give it to them and be yourself. Then you don't need to create that extraordinary thing. What David does, it certainly is extraordinary, but he's not going out of his way to do it. It's him. You be you. That's it.
Be you. And guys, if you want to learn more about how to create content so it generates massive amounts of free leads, come to Dominate February the 26th. And you combine AI to that, you're going to beast mode in your lead generation for free. And we're going to have JP Villanueva and Kate Carandon. This lady did 92 transactions as a solo agent in 2025 in Vancouver. So I don't want to hear any excuses. And she has 2 kids too. So all of you, come to this event. Axel, can I trouble you to post the link in the chat? All right. And we obviously always have, and first and foremost, everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. And a huge round of applause for Mr. David Kim McKinnon. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Mighty good man. All right. I don't know why I have to do that, but we always have a tradition here. We're going to do some affirmations to program your mind so you can have a positive day ahead. And of course, no other than Mr. David Kim McKinnon will do this today. Let's go. Here you have your own.
All right, guys. I need a lot of energy here.
Woo! Woo!
Today is a good day.
Today
is a good day.
High energy, high reward.
High energy, high reward.
I'm gonna make my contacts today.
I'm gonna make my contacts today.
I'm gonna hit my goals this year.
I'm gonna
hit my goals this year.
I'm gonna make a lot of money.
I'm gonna make a lot of money.
I'm gonna take care of my health.
I'm gonna take care of my health.
I'm gonna take care of my family.
I'm gonna take care of my family.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Because I'm a winner.
Because I'm a winner.
That's what I do.
That's what I do.
My mindset is strong all day long.
My mindset is strong all day long.
Let's go and make some fucking money today.
Let's go. Amazing. Amazing. Thanks everyone for being here. Have a great day. Take care, guys.